What's good? This is Trey with LegitGain.com coming to you with this quick video. This is how I used experience and education to attract women in my life who give me compliance. So basically what I want to talk about is experience versus education. So which one is more powerful and which one's going to help you reach your goals with women faster? And then also how they play together, right? So this is coming from me actually going out for years and working on my game, because the game, when it comes to attracting women, did not come to me easily. It didn't come to me naturally. I really had to put a lot of effort into improving my game. And I use both education and experience to improve my game. So by education, I mean reading books, watching videos, watching movies, documentaries, pretty much, anything that would increase my knowledge on attraction and seduction and how, what women respond to, when it comes to getting their interest and getting them to basically want to be with you, and give you compliance. So I read a lot of books on that topic. I read a lot of books on self-improvements, because in order to attract women, you have to be attractive to yourself. You know what I mean? You have to be self-confident and have, high self-esteem and stuff like that. So that was something I had to work on. And then experience, experience, I would say that's way more important than education. This is my experience. This is from me going out for years. I have to say the difference between experience and education when it comes to picking up women and attraction seduction is that experience hits harder. It leaves a bigger impact on you and your life, and it helps you progress and understand things a lot faster and a lot easier than you would if you just read it. Because the thing is, when you read something or you watch a video, you're basically learning from somebody else's experience. Essentially, that's what's going on, right? And so you don't really know what they're talking about until you've been through it, right? So the best thing you can do is, when you're on your downtime, meaning when you're at your house or you're in your car or whatever, you should be soaking up knowledge. You should be educating yourself on attraction, on pickup, on seduction, on these different things. But then when you go out, it's time to get your experiences. It's the time to take risk. It's time to, whatever you learn in these books and these videos and these whatever it is, these home study courses, whatever you're learning from, you should go out and get your experience of those things. So if you read something and it says, oh, if you approach a woman and you make her laugh, then she will find you attractive, right? Let's just take the emotion out of that. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not true, whatever. You should go out and get your own experience of that and see if it's true, and don't just do it once. Go out and maybe talk to 10 women and say some funny joke and see, do they seem to find you more attractive, or do they seem more interested when you make them laugh or not? Don't just read it and say, okay, it's true. Or watch the video and say, oh, it's true. You have to go and get your own experience, because what's going to happen is you're going to find out for yourself, is it true for you? Because that's all that matters. It's maybe true for somebody else. Everybody has their own truth. Everybody has their own experience of life, their own perception, their own beliefs, but it's all about you. It's all about, you want your results, you want to achieve your goals, so you have to go out there and get your experiences. So you combine the two. It's education and experience. Now, if you have to choose one, if you're in a situation where, okay, I have the choice, I can go out to the club and go and work on my game, or I can stay in and read. You should, in a majority of the cases, you should go out to the club and work on your game. Or if it's something else, should I go on this date with this girl, or should I stay in and watch a 2-hour video on how to pick up women? you should probably go on a date, because the experience, no matter if it's good or bad, is going to impact you more. You're going to learn a lot more. It's going to stay ingrained in your brain, in your memory a lot longer than something that you read or watch, because reading and watching something, as I said, that's somebody else's experience. That's not your experience. So it's not going to stick as much. You're not really going to get it as much until you go through it. And this is what I have learned. This is what I know for a fact, is you cannot neglect the power of experience. If you have to choose one between education and experience, and this is not just with picking up women and attraction and seduction, this is with any area of life that you want to improve. Experience is going to impact you. It's going to accelerate your progress. It's going to give you much more power and understanding than education. That's just the way it is. But you should do both, because what education does is it allows you to understand what's going on when something doesn't work, right? Because if you read somewhere it says, do not, let's say it says, do not approach women from behind, right? Let's just say, you read that somewhere, right? Then you go out and you approach a woman from behind and you see that they respond in a negative way, like maybe they're shocked or they're like, whoa, or it's creepy or whatever. And you're like, okay, I read that somewhere. Do not approach women from behind. Whereas if you've never read that before, maybe you approach a woman from behind and you might blame yourself. You might say, oh, I approached her weird, or, oh, I don't look good, or, or whatever. When reality is just that you approached her from behind. It puts up her defensive walls more because you're coming out of nowhere. She's caught off guard, that type of thing. And so you understand that because you read that somewhere, you watched the video. So education helps you understand why things are happening, because the reality is you can know everything about a subject, but if you go out and you try to apply it, you're probably still going to fail because you don't really know. You don't really understand it until you go through it. It's kind of like if you, for example, let's say you wanted to learn how to play an instrument, right? You could read a ton of books on how to play that instrument, but the day you decide to pick up that instrument and play it, you're not going to be good at it. Now, you're probably going to get good at it really fast because you understand it, but you're not going to be good at it right away because you don't have the experience. You don't have the muscle memory. Okay, so you have to go out and get it. You have to go out and get your experiences, your references, your understanding of women, of attraction, of social interactions, all that stuff. And then you start getting the results, right? So to recap, experience is much more powerful than education. So anytime you get the opportunity to choose one or the other, always go with experience because it will impact you a lot more than education. And when I say education, I mean like just reading a book or watching a video or listening to an audiobook. Those things are really good. Like those things are really good. Trust me. But experience is going to impact you more. So if you have one guy who spends 5 years reading a ton of books, watching a ton of videos on attraction and seduction, and then you have one guy who takes massive action on getting as much experiences and references in situations where he has to learn about attraction and seduction, meaning he's approaching women, he's going to parties, he's going to venues where women hang out, he's talking to a lot of women, he's approaching women in stores and malls. And the guy who's getting the experiences at the end of those 5 years or 10 years or whatever it is, he's going to be a lot better with women than the guy who was reading about it. The guy who was reading about it is going to be very logical and he's going to have the knowledge, but he's not going to have the experience and the references. He's not going to be comfortable around women. He's not going to be comfortable in different situations. And therefore that knowledge is going to go down the drain, because if you are uncomfortable, you cannot access that knowledge, right? That's why you can know something and still do the wrong thing, because you are uncomfortable in that situation, right? Whereas if you go and get the experience, you won't be uncomfortable in that situation. Yeah, the first couple times you will, but after a while, now you're not uncomfortable. Now the knowledge that you have comes out, and now you start getting the results. So you want to combine the two. Okay. So I hope this video was helpful. If you want more free tips and advice on picking up and attracting beautiful women, go to legitgame.com. I have a ton of articles and videos there. I'm going to be uploading a lot more. There's a lot of content that I haven't even got to upload yet because there's so much. But this stuff will change your life if you're struggling with women, or maybe you're doing good with women, but you want to improve and want to limit your mistakes in that area. Go ahead, check out this content, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.